Good morning. You are listening to UpReach, a morning devotional presented by the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee, to encourage you as you face the opportunities and challenges of today. Let's begin this day together with some inspiring thoughts from God's holy word. In Deuteronomy chapter 25, verses 13 through 16, we read, "You shall not have in your bag differing weights, a heavy and a light. You shall not have in your house differing measures, a large and a small. You shall have a perfect and just weight, a perfect and just measure, that your days may be lengthened in the land which the Lord your God is giving you. For all who do such things, all who behave unrighteously, are an abomination to the Lord your God." A few hundred years ago, there were two Christian grocers in London. One of them said to the other, "You know, as Christians, we are supposed to have honest scales. It says so in the Bible. So how should we do that?" The other replied, "Well, I'll tell you what. I will come and check your scales on Wednesdays to make sure that they are accurate, and you come on Sundays to check mine. We will make sure they are accurate." The two grocers developed a list of 12 principles that they felt should guide the way they were to do business. People preferred to buy from these two grocers because they knew they would get a good product at a fair price and with honest scales. Other grocers who were Christians decided to join in, and they formed an association of Christian grocers. In those days, it wasn't called exactly that, but was actually called the Most Worshipful Company of Livery Merchants. The name is very odd and peculiarly British. This group led to other industries adopting a similar idealism known as livery companies in the City of London. There are now 300 companies in the City of London registered as livery companies. The latest one was the Most Worshipful Company of Information Technologists. Everybody that joins one of the companies in the City of London, even today, receives a list of the principles to which they must agree. The list contains 36 biblical principles to guide one's life, and they call the book "Some Rules for the Conduct of Life," to which are added a few cautions. The rulers of the nation in Britain began to see the effect of these companies and said, "What we need to do is make these principles of business a law for the whole nation." So instead of just these grocers having their honest scales, every scale in Britain needs to weigh accurately. The government's Weight and Measures Department, which is in existence today, can trace its history back to the day when these two grocers decided to keep themselves accountable to biblical principles. Isn't this an amazing story? Look at the impact that can be made on an industry and even on an entire city when one or two make a conscious decision to be honest and fair in their business dealings with others. What about you today? Are you operating based on honest weights and measures? This has been UpReach, a presentation of the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee. I am Kyle Bolton, the pulpit minister at Church Street, and I would like to personally invite you to come and share times of Bible study and worship with us each week. We meet every Sunday at 9 o'clock a.m. for our morning worship, followed by our Sunday school for all ages at 10:15 a.m. Then we meet again at 6 o'clock p.m. for our evening worship. We also have a midweek meeting for devotion and Bible study on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. I hope to see you there. Have a blessed day.
How do you explain? How do you describe a love that goes from east to west and runs as deep as it is wide? You know all our hopes, Lord, you know all our fears, and words cannot express the love we feel, but we long for you to hear. So listen to our heart, oh Lord, please listen. Hear our spirit sing, and hear us sing a song of praise, a song of praise from those you have redeemed. We will use the words we know to tell you what an awesome God you are. But words are not enough to tell you of our love, so listen to our heart.